All right, guys, welcome to This Is It. I'm going to skip the clap. We're making a little video. I've got to get some kind of formality stuff out of the way here. And I want to show some people right here at this channel. Gene Revel, Pride Cometh for a Fall, JJ. I'm going to play some on his channel right now. This is vampire marketing that was part of a $300 million plus lawsuit, me against Bausch & Lomb. And this is my... right here, this is my intellectual property. I own it. I'm going to show you guys the trademarks here in just a moment. But I want to call your attention to some stuff that's on here. Here's Kathy Edge. I suppose there may be a payoff to his exes in some manner. Marina got the RVs that were donated to the Ark put in her name. So she's suggesting that Marina got some kind of payoff. I have Ryan on the phone that bought the RVs. Ryan, so I've called you to and asked you just to speak to this. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Ryan, just very briefly, you bought those RVs for the Ark because you had been following my ministry. Is that right?
Yes.
And so you wanted to help people have a place to live at the Ark because I said it looks like a noble thing to do and help people have a place to live. Is that right?
Yes.
So you donated them to Jim and Karen Sullivan. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, as part of the Ark. Okay, well,
Yes.
well then, first of all, Ryan, what's your first and last name?
Ryan Winter.
Ryan Winter, okay. And you didn't donate that because you knew Jim or Karen Sullivan, did you? You donated them because you knew me, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
I followed your ministry.
Okay, and so you were like, well, if Johnny's in, I'm in.
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, when the Ark went defunct, when Karen and Jim threw everybody out and they were all told to leave, those RVs were sitting there and we didn't know what to do with them because we were told to get them all out. Jim wanted everything out, including the RVs. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Let me ask you, did I ever in any way, shape, or form say I wanted those RVs and say, oh, I want them for some reason?
No.
But I did after we kicked it around. I was like, I don't know, maybe I could ask Marina, my ex, by the way, who made my life very difficult in my life because I won custody of my 3 children from her. I said, you know what, maybe I could let her have them because she's got some property and she could put them there. And then if we ever needed them, she would still let us use them for whatever we needed them for. Is that correct?
Yes, that was correct.
Were you there when they were dropped off?
Yes.
So you were one of the people that actually drove them there and dropped them off.
Yes. Yes, I was.
So you were the guy that purchased them. You gave them to the Ark, but then they told everyone to get out of the Ark. But then you said, you know what? Yeah, we can go leave them with her because none of us knew what to do with them because it was kind of short notice on what to do with everything. Correct?
Yes, that was correct.
All right. Anything else? I mean, I'm just documenting trademark stuff right now because there's a pretty huge problem going on here. Okay. So is there anything else you want to talk about or no?
No, that was exactly what happened, and the biggest thing is that we were kind of like stretched for time, so it was like, let's hurry up and get it out of there.
Yeah, let's hurry up and just get them out of there. We'll just put them. We had to move them, and they had to have plates and that kind of stuff to be able to move them. I can't remember, but I knew we had to get them in someone's name to move them. So I said, well, let me ask Marina if she would care. And so we gave them to her and she said, anytime y'all need to use them, you can have them. And you met some of her family when we went and dropped them off. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, but did I have anything to do with like, I'm trying to pay someone off or anything?
No.
Okay.
No, it was, we had a challenge and you figured out a plan, and it worked out very well.
There you go. Okay, well, thank you for that, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I have to document all this because the first thing you do in a trademark infringement case, like I had against Bausch & Lomb, is I am the owner of Vlad Eyewear. Let me show you a lawsuit that was filed in federal court because the first thing you have to do when someone is infringed on your trademark is you tell them cease and desist. You send them a cease and desist letter. Now, there's Jonathan Kleck versus those guys. You can go look that up in federal court if you like. And you can go look up the kind of money that thing was for if you like. I can give you a little hint. It's a redacted document because my attorneys redacted it. But I can give you a little bit of a hint. The kind of money that's involved in this thing, and people that are demeaning that trademark and destroying the goodwill of that trademark, I can just show you right there at the top of that page. You can see $25 million on the first claim of relief, and $25 million on the second, $25 million on the third, $25 million on the fourth, and so on and so on. I think the total's over $300 million on this document. You can go look it up online. And by the way, not too long ago, I recently had talked to my patent attorney to make sure our trademark was in full force, which we have done, and we have maintained that trademark to put it out at a future generation by keeping all the trademark minutia in effect. And that's what we've done, and we've maintained those. And I still have stuff that we can pitch it to, so we can go pitch this to a potential client, and it's worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. And now there's people that are infringing on my trademark and his name. Well, we're finding out his name. And by the way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're in another country. It doesn't matter if you're in Canada. It doesn't matter where you're at, because this is devaluing my trademark. So I am saying publicly, cease and desist every single bit. Anyone that's using that Vlad trademark, anyone that's using vampire sunglasses, this is trademarked. This is absolute trademark material. And it has been in a federal lawsuit, and now you've crossed that line. I'm just saying, I'm publicly stating it. Cease and desist immediately. You've devalued the trademark. You're casting dispersions on it. And anyone that is part of that, could be named as a party to this suit. Okay? Now I've done my due diligence. I've told you to cease and desist. Take every single thing down. And it doesn't matter. We have already, for the record, we have already copied every single channel. The mirror channel has been copied. This channel has been copied. All the comments have been copied. They've all been coalesced into a big package, and they are ready for delivery. I'm just letting you know. So, enough's enough. Gene, you wouldn't believe the amount of money that this document holds. There's some very big attorneys behind this. Anyway, cease and desist. This is not a thought. I'm telling you as the owner of the trademark. I am the owner, and you are devaluing my trademark. This is called libel, slander, and defamation. And we have documented all of it. Okay, now, for the record, there it is. I'm keeping this as a record. I'm playing it today, and it's going in the file.